Welcome, welcome. Three Cushion sports fans. We're here at the 2024 USBA National Championships in Modesto, California. And we're about to watch the second semifinal. An exciting match between Tae-Kyu Lee, 2020 U.S. National Champion, who plays out of New York, and Pedro Piedrabuena, who is the 12-time U.S. National Champion. And it's sure to be a very, very interesting match. Both players have completely different styles. Tae is very attacking, very offensive minded. Pedro is extremely methodical, a perfectionist, and he's sure to always show us some really, really beautiful shots. As we're watching Tae finish his practice here. Let's quickly thank our sponsors. You want Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Predator CRM, Carom Sports, $1 Million Billiards, Spin Hound, who brings the data and the scoring systems, and the Billiard House, $1 Million Billiards. Okay, everybody, we're ready to lag. And Pedro wins the lag. Before this match, Pedro soundly defeated Jim Simerci 40-6, averaging 1.739 and with a high run of 10. Tae defeated John Park in a very close match, 40-31. And now they're playing to see who makes it to the finals, to join Hugo Patino, who defeated Harry Pena in the first semifinal. Unbelievably, Pedro missed the break shot. A very uncharacteristic miss. And opens the door for Tae to start. Pedro, of course, is perhaps the most dangerous player in the United States. Last year he tied the great record of Sang Lee, who had previously won 12 consecutive U.S. national titles. Pedro now has matched his titles, albeit not consecutively, and is hunting for his 13th national title. He's a player that's known for his extremely high level of focus, his consistency, his strength under pressure, and he will see if he can win this year's U.S. National Championship. He's the favorite to win. He still has to beat Tay, and if he does, and only if he does, we'll have to also beat Hugo. Chess catches the edge of that. Pedro skillfully circles around all the kisses and manages just to catch the edge of the ball. Perfect shot. So Tay follows up with a quick run of 2. Pedro looking to double this rail. Beautiful shot. With high right English. Perfect hit. Gets back to the 3rd rail. Scores. Looks like he's going to play 5 rails. It's got to be very precisely struck. And he rolls a little bit short. As it showed from the break shot, the table's already caught Pedro a little off guard. He missed it long because he was expecting the table to go a lot shorter. And that's why he was compensating. And he missed it by quite a margin. So Pedro's going to be watching carefully. Tay defending a little bit. Pedro checking the little space there to see if he has enough room to play a tiki. I believe he does. He can squeeze his cue ball rail first into that little gap and catch two more rails in the corner. That's what he's going to try to do. Beautiful shot. Let's look at that again. Catches the rail first. Gets back to the rail, 2 more rails, and scores. Pedro right away takes command of this game. Misses the break shot, but doesn't flinch. Follows up with a 4-1, and he's on a run of 2 now. So Pedro tried a delicate ticky and just misses it. What a hit. And it looks like Tay is firing on all cylinders here. Just nails a very, very sensitive, difficult shot. Tay told me right before the game that he's not going to second guess himself. He's not going to sit there and think too much. He's going to get out there and make the shots that he knows. Pedro, though, has a tendency to exert his pace and control on his opponents. A great shot, and just misses by a hair. A great effort by Tay on a difficult shot. Short, short, long, and he just barely misses it. Very good effort by Tay. But a challenging problem for Pedro right now. He's stuck behind the red ball with really not very much angle to drop into this corner. It's hard to see a solution. He might be able to play long, and zigzag down the table, but that's not easy. He might be dropping it in and doing a backup. That's what he's doing. And that's a good try. He tried long, short. But judging the check side on the third rail is pretty tricky. Beautiful shot by Tay. Nice control. Another nice natural. Tay makes it look easy. Gets rewarded with a short angle. Is he wide? It's a little bit wide. Tay's got to be careful. Pedro's not to be trifled with. At any moment, Pedro can bust out with a very big run. He seems to do so almost every game. Last game, he ran 10. And oftentimes in tournaments, he'll run even more, 16, 18, big numbers. Nice short angle by Pedro. A lot of control. Talking about big numbers, I should mention that just not too many years ago, Tay played a game where he ran 25 points at Caram Cafe in New York. Just give you an idea of how much firepower these guys have. A lot of English on the last rail. Pedro in perfect control. Shots off the yellow look difficult. He's going to play from the red. Short, long, short. Probably play with a little speed so that if he misses, his cue ball will join the red ball for safety. On the other side of the table. But he doesn't get the safety. Not only that, he leaves Tay with an exceedingly makeable and perhaps even simple for him to hit off of either ball and make a short angle. Tay chooses to go off the red. Nope. He's looking at following it off the white. Gonna want to hook forward here and just catch the corner. Beautiful shot. Tremendous shot. Struck very confidently. Judges the speed of the shot and the follow perfectly. Swoops off the first rail and hooks in. Super precise. Beautiful shot. Let's see what Tay does here. Oh, what a nice shot. He stuns it all the way up table and judges the English off the last on the first two rails perfectly. Turns it into a big target. Now instead of hitting off the red, he's shooting off the white. Lets it slip away a little bit. He's playing with a lot of confidence. The fact that he went off the white there actually says a lot, and looks like he may have even trapped Hugo in the corner there. Not sure if Pedro. Not sure if Pedro can even see any of the long rail. He might have an opportunity to hit rail first. Could play this like a tiki. Yep, he's looking at playing an intricate tiki. Rail ball, rail, rail. It's all going to happen very quickly. Difficult shot. Pedro was pretty unfortunate to be left with that. And he opens up the table for Tay. Tay loves these shots. He rarely ever misses them. You can tell by how confidently he struck that. He's checking to see if these balls are frozen. Apparently they're not. And it looks like he's going to play 4 rails, 4-5. Beautiful stroke. Just playing the table. Beautiful shot. Tay is locked in. Like I said before the game, he said he's going to play his pace. He's going to try his best not to let Pedro dictate the pace. But sometimes he may rush the shot and make some careless mistakes. That he can't afford to do. All the players know that if you make too many mistakes against Pedro, he's going to make you pay. Gently scores. Pedro used to shoot out of New York. But a couple of decades ago, he moved out to the West Coast. He now owns a room called College Billiards, where he teaches, and he's the owner and the house pro. Perfect gentleman and a beautiful player. Very disciplined. But if there's a player in this group that can beat him, it's Tay. Tay has to stick to his game plan and not let Pedro dictate the pace of the game. What a hit. Super precise. Avoids the kisses and scores. Wow. That was some shot. Slices the ball. Perfectly times this passing. Just passes the kiss. Comes around to score. 100% of the ball. Beautiful. And Pedro just comes up a little short. As you can see, Pedro's not defending. He's just going out, all out on his shots, which can be a dangerous strategy for a guy like Tay. Tay opens up the table, plays a perfect position. The red's big like a basketball in the corner. He'll drive this ball out of the kiss and drive the white 2 rails into a favorable position. Perfect control. He would prefer the white not to be frozen, but it shouldn't be a problem for him. He's going to go out of the upper left corner. He just needs to make sure he doesn't kiss into it as it crosses. So let's see how he achieves that. Can he avoid the kiss? He did, but he went a little too long. looks like a little defense here by Tay, but it's not. Pedro will play rail first, hit the red, and go 2 rails to the yellow. Just checking his line. Yep, he's going to go long rail first, hit the red, and then 2 more cushions out to score. Beautiful shot. Very nice shot. That's what I meant. It looked like a defense, but it didn't work out. Didn't work out for Tay. Here you go. Let's watch it again. Beauty. Stuns it up table. Does he find a hole? Just catches the edge. Tay just sitting and waiting for his chance to make a big move. Very thin, short angle, long, short, long. Hits it with perfect control. Drives the red up into the big, like a basketball in the other corner. Take a little look at where he parks the red ball. Scores the point and leaves himself this 6 cushion shot. Circles the kisses, manages that perfectly, and then perfect control to score. And that's 4. And now he's really going to like the position. He'll go off the left side of the red. He already picked his 3rd rail. Doesn't waste any time. He'll graze off the left side of the red. Play 3 cushions exactly where he pointed on his 3rd rail. So let's see how he does it. Beautiful. Played with a very confident speed as well. And just like that, he's on a run of 5. Puts a little too much English. And he hooked forward to the first rail. he misses. Just misjudged that stroke a little bit. Just a hair too much follow and it hooked and lost the line. But he defends. This is very difficult. And Tay knows. He said he's just going to come out and fire it at everything. But he knows that if he opens it up, Pedro's liable to make another big run. And then he could lose control of the game. So he has to defend. A great effort. So good, he scored. Almost. Oh, and Tay gestures like he saw the ball roll out. Pedro actually taps his cue in appreciation of how well Tay struck that ball. And while Tay attempts to explain away the miss based on the table roll, Pedro bears down and looking to make Tay pay for that miss. In his last two innings, Pedro made 3, 5, and now he continues his momentum. Every inning so critical at this level. Right here, he takes his time. Pedro leaves nothing to chance. Beautiful stroke. And not only that, Pedro's left the yellow in a way so he can actually jam his cue ball deep in the corner and potentially play this 3 rails, spinning into the red. Very difficult. He's got to hit dead corner. So tough. Dead corner here. Did he get the dead corner? Not quite. He needed to go deeper at that speed. Okay. So Pedro thinking about his miss. Fixing his sponsor logos. Pedro's sponsored by Tiger products. He shoots with the Tiger cue. Tay has his own line of cues called stealth cues, made by the famous Jan Carl. Jan Carl was the visionary behind Karam TV, which for more than a decade made 3-cushion billiard videos and shared them all over the country. So it's great to see him now making cues. A good effort by Tay to play a reverse check side long long short shot with a tremendous spin, but he failed to connect. Chalks up another empty inning. He's got to watch out for these empty innings. And Pedro, again, looking to continue his momentum. Hardly an empty inning for Pedro after that. Initially missing the break shot. Feather thin. Oh, and he misses. He miscues. Unbelievably, almost gets lucky. Has the crowd laughing. Unexpected. He's fixed his tip. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. And Tay wastes no time. Such a fast player. Fast and deliberate. And he slips. Misses the shot short. He wants to take that back. He would like to take that back. He knows every inning means a lot. Pedro's not going to give you very many freebies. Okay, Pedro looking to play a maximum English spin shot. Five rails. Did he stretch it long enough? Yes, he did. Perfect. It always seems like Pedro always leaves his cue ball between the two balls. He's always looking at naturals, shots with many options. This is, of course, no accident. Pedro points out his fourth rail. He's going to play this 4 rails. Does he go in the hole? Just catches the edge of the ball. So Pedro runs over to check to see if it might be close. In the last moment, he runs over just to check to see if it's close. Just grazes the edge of the ball. Beautiful shot by Pedro. Four rails. Is it long enough? Beautiful shot again. Meticulous. Pedro is just such a perfectionist. Just like that, another run of 3. Looks like he's going to go for a 5 cushion shot. Or he might actually play off the left side of the yellow and go 4 rails. He just pointed at his 4th rail. He's going 5 rails. Oh, and he runs into it after 2 rails. So he misstruck that. But that's another quick run of 3. And now the 2 players will now take a mid-table break. Wow, what an opening. In only 12 innings, Pedro's ahead of Tay 22-13. And playing his usual super consistent, super disciplined game. Pedro's been able to control every aspect of the pace of this game. And Tay has not been able to connect to his shots or build up any momentum. Well, this is a very, very interesting opening part of the match. Anything can happen in the second half, folks, so be sure to join us. I'm going to use this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Predator CRM, makers of the Revo CRM ultra low deflection and standard deflection carbon fiber shafts that have taken the world by storm. Lots of top champions are now using the new technology, carbon fiber low deflection technology, to win their national championships and world championships. Our own U.S. players have successfully got 3rd place this year in the World Team Championships. Raymond Groot and Hugo Patino shooting with Predator CRM technology. You can find those cues at karamsports.com, the exclusive sellers of Predator CRM cues. Simonis Cloth, authentic, accurate, always. We're shooting with 300 Rapide cloth here at the U.S. Nationals, and what can I say? All the pros here love it. It's one of the oldest companies in the world, 333 years. Aramith Billiard Balls, the most accurate billiard balls in the industry, preferred by the top professionals. $1 Million Billiards. Hector Ocampo curates lots of high-value billiard accessories, so please check them out. $1 Million Billiards. And Billiard House, our host for the week. The beautiful 3-cushion centric room that just opened in Modesto, California. Please come and visit and find out about this vibrant community here. I'd like to thank our sponsors, generous sponsors, who have donated to the USBA Travel Fund, which has been established to support United States players to compete internationally. USBA Director Jesus Corona has spearheaded this effort, and thanks to all our generous sponsors. Join the USBA. Find out how you can compete in international competition, national competitions, and qualify to play internationally. Okay, we're going to be right back, right after the break. Please join us for the second half. Oh, well, the players have already come back to the table, so I think we're ready to start the second half of the match. Okay, we waste no time.
Quiet, everyone, please. Thank you.
Tay wastes no time, jumps right ahead to score. Doesn't even think twice about going for this bank shot here. Beautiful shot by Tay. What a hit. Comes right out of the break and bangs out two difficult shots. Like to watch that one again. Right out of the corner. Super precise. Bang. Oh, he's going to play a double the rail shot. Beautiful shot. Wow, what a shot he just played. And he's got it open for a natural. And just misses. All right, and Tay runs 3. Tay is not far behind. He's only 6 points behind. For him, it's could be 1 run. And Pedro knows this. That's why he's not going to take any chances. He's going to keep controlling the game like he's been trying to. Pedro looking at a short angle off the right side of the red. He's just got to be careful not to cut the red into the yellow. So he's either going to have to hit that red right into the corner or into the long rail. Just doesn't want to cut it into the yellow. Oh, and he misses the... He fails to do that. The last thing he wanted to do was to cut the red into the yellow. He tried to pass it right before, and he knocked it out. If you noticed, the white ball just left town. And before we can even blink an eye, Tay swung and missed another opportunity and brings Pedro right back to the table. Okay, Pedro's looking at drawing this ball off the right side of the yellow, short, long, short. Should be able to control. I think he drew it a tad bit too much, and he misses the shot. Tay's got a chance here. Possible ticky, but it's very difficult. He'd have to hold it up with a little reversing check side English. He'd like to avoid that if he can, but it's very tempting. He's considering the bank shut now, playing 4 or 5 cushions. He's thinking 4 rails into the red. He's thinking 4 rails into the red, 1 more rail, and then the white. Let's see if he can achieve that. Oh, what a beautiful shot. So nice. Oh, precise. What a good shot. Take a look at this shot. He played it exactly the way he wanted to. 4 rails to the red. And then umbrellas it off the red into the one more rail and scores. Wow. And before we can even finish watching his last shot, he's already made another one. Okay, let's take a look at this shot. He's got to make sure he passes the kiss with the red, which he did, and scores another shot. Beautiful. Small ball here, very sensitive. Being so close to the rail, he's going to got to be very careful that his cue ball doesn't hook and follow. Just misses the control. He's disappointed about that. He really wanted to make that point. Only 3 points behind. You know he has to make his move. Okay, so now Pedro's going to try to play a short angle here with a little bit of speed. Does he make it? Just misses the control. Goes for the 5-railer. Is it too short? Yes, it's too short. Tay is right on Pedro's tail. Pedro missed the last couple of innings. Pedro sliced this red. Played 5 rails. Beautiful control. Very nice. Just slices it. And goes around. Perfect shot. A flat short angle here, very little English required. Just the speed control, center ball. And just comes short again. Pedro's struggling a little bit. Pedro is struggling a little bit, just thinking about how he missed those last 2. It's a nice effort here by Tay. As he defends a little bit here. Pedro's lost a bit of momentum, but still Tay is cautious, as he should be. One gets the feeling whenever you see Pedro losing his momentum that at any moment he could snap right back into it with a big run. He's shown that so many times to us. It's very easy to fall into a state where nothing looks like it's makeable, but Pedro rarely stays in that state very long. He always recovers, comes out ahead. Tay's right on his tail. He has to capitalize on every mistake. Failing to do so right now. Got to stay in the game. Oh, what a beautiful shot he just played. Wow. He made it look a lot easier than it is. Pedro hit that with a very flat ball. A lot of control. And just perfectly found the line. It was an unnatural line, but he just nailed it. Beautiful shot. That should give him some confidence here. Beautiful shot. Tay missed a couple of innings. Had a chance to get right back in this game. Maybe even take a lead, but Pedro seizes it back. Some well-played shots. Feather thin, 6 rails. Let's see if he catches the 6th rail. Beautiful shot. Absolutely beautiful. What a hit he just made. He played it short here. On this table, it was impossible to go 5 rails. He needed that 6th rail, but he had to hit it very short, and he managed to do so absolutely exquisitely, perfectly. Nice shot. And now, Pedro looking to play this shot. Short, long, long. Oh, he's going to draw it and go short, long, short. Beautiful shot. Plays it a 2-way shot. Does he get a 2-way? No. Very close. It's a good effort by Pedro. Beautiful shot. What a nice shot. Not easy by any means. Such a perfect action on the first two rails. And he comes around to score. So nice. And Tay already made another point. Still only behind by 5. Ball's wide open. He's going to shoot another 5 cushion shot. Passes the kiss. Comes around. Just nicks it. Wow. What an impressive shot. He goes deep in the corner, passes it on top, almost goes too short, but just manages to nick the ball by slightest margin. Take a look at this, how close he makes it. Beautiful shot. Spin shot, gets kissed out. But that's a nice run of 3 for Tay. Very smooth, very confidently. And he's only behind by 4, so he's right behind him. And Pedro does feel him, but he's used to this. This is what he lives for. Pedro's used to be in the spot where everybody's gunning it for him. He keeps his head down. And he just relies on his consistency and his good decisions. Five rails. Let's see. Passes the kiss. Comes around. And beautiful stroke. Pedro seems always unfazed by anything that Tay has done. Pedro has a choice. He can either stun it and play a short angle with lots of spin, or he could stun it to the other side of the ball and play it off the end rail. Looks like he's going to play a short angle shot. This cue ball will be spinning slowly into the corner. Beautiful shot by Pedro. Perfect control. By no means an easy shot, though. Pedro wants to play this off the yellow. I don't see too much. He might be able to draw this with reverse English. That's what he's doing. He's just going to spin this with reverse English, reverse the first rail, check side on the first rail, and then running all the way around. It's a very sensitive shot. Oh, he played a double kiss shot. Wow. Very adventurous. And it would have been a beautiful shot, but what an imagination. Tay just jumps up to this. But he neglects the kiss. And that's an unforced error. Tay has to watch out. Can't rush these shots. You got to think them through. He knows this. He's torn between his rhythm and taking care. One thing for sure, when you play Pedro, you better take care. Pedro's going to try to punish him for that mistake. Oh, wow. A little lucky, a good shot, but a little bit fortunate. He was trying to hit the other side of the ball. Obviously, he's trying to hit the right side of this. He actually hits it full, avoids the kiss, and force follows through with the spin. So it's a little bit of a roll, but nevertheless, a very good hit by Pedro. Gets rewarded with the position, too. Tay's probably still thinking about how on earth he got that kiss. That's a shot he'll do it 100 times and not get a kiss. Does Pedro get a kiss on his own? And Pedro gets kissed out carelessly, too. Okay, so the billiard gods have helped Tay. First they take it away, and then they give it. So let's take away and see what Tay can do here. A nice shot by Tay. He wastes no time cross table here. Nothing to think about. And a beautiful shot. Takes one more extra long rail. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Almost gets lucky. And Tay is still 5 points behind. He just needs Pedro to slip up just one more time, and he could take a lead if he just stop making careless mistakes. But Pedro, unlikely to give up a point right now. This is a short angle. Plays these all day long. Oh, he plays it as a double the rail. Even better. Beautiful shot by Pedro. Wonderful choice. Instead of playing the sensitive short angle, he decides to hit a little firmer and play it as a double the rail shot. Reverse, off the long rail, off the short rail, back to the short rail, and into score. A very nice shot. A very nice shot that gives him a very nice position too. Because here he is now looking at a 3-railer. He just needs to make sure he doesn't cut the red 2 rails into the yellow. Oh, and he gets kissed. It's always a problem. Pedro knows well about that problem. I'm sure he was trying to avoid it. He's thinking about what he did wrong there. Tay, in the meanwhile, tries to stroke this and just comes up a little long. Not an easy shot. He actually might shoot a bank shot and hit 3 rails first, then the red. He just picked out his 3rd rail. The other shots look very kissy, so that's why he's going to play this as a bank shot. All he has to do is hit any amount of red ball on the right side of the red, and he should make this. I expect him to make it. Ooh, he hits it a little too full. He just needed to catch that ball a little bit thinner. A good try, though. Just hits it too full. Doesn't quite make it. And now Tay already made another point. He's got to catch the 3rd rail right before the red. Does he do it? Did it slip away? No. Needed to catch that a little bit more ball. And he did that 3rd rail right before the red. Still 5 points behind, but running out of time. Looks to be a safety, but it's not. Not at all. Pedro's going to play 5 rails first, or 3, or whatever he wants. He can play this short, long. There's many ways for him to attack it. Looks like he's going to find a face of the balls that's going to have the best chance of scoring. He's playing short, long, and then he can hit either the red or the yellow. Tay tries the cross table, fails, and leaves Pedro this 5 cushion shot off the left side of the yellow. Beautiful shot. This shot is not without complication. He can try to hit off the right side of the red, but it's almost impossible to flatten it out. It's easy to go through that hole in the corner. He could go long, long, short, long, long, long. He goes up table with the hold up, judges it perfectly. Beautiful shot. Wow, nice shot, nice feel. Pedro plays this with a little bit of inside English, just a little hold up, but not so much that after the second cushion, you could roll out naturally. Beautiful shot. Wonderful control. Just nicks the ball. It almost looks like he might miss this. Looks like it's rolling in short. Just clips it. And he's left with another very makeable shot. Pedro apologized for taking the time. He's considering at least shooting off the yellow. Decides against it. Goes back to his original plan. He's got to take care not to go in the hole. There's a space between the yellow and the rail, and he doesn't want to go there. Oh, he looks like he's playing on the outside of the ball, going short with the speed. Very smart. No hole here. Beautiful choice. Decides to go on the outside of the ball. Avoid any problems with the hole. Sealed it up with a lot of right English. Gets a perfect line. And bam, scores a point. With confidence, Pedro makes another 5. And extends his lead to 10 points. Pedro's taking a look at. He has choices here, but he looks like he's going to play this very offensively off the left side of the red. No, he goes against it. Instead, he decides to go thin off the left side of the yellow. Avoid any kisses with the yellow and the red. And play it directly. A beautiful shot. Very, very nice by Pedro. And the way he lands on the red, he can actually play a full rail shot straight off the red. Which he plays with confidence and drives the red into a perfect position. A beautiful shot. Pedro is on a run of 7 and playing for 3. It's very likely, given the momentum he has, that he could run 10 and out here. And that would be amazing. Wow, what a hole. He actually went through that hole. That was incredible. Unlikely. Very, very difficult to actually get through that hole. Let's take a look at that again. Hits it absolutely perfectly. And the cue ball finds a hole. Tay wasting no time. He knows there's no tomorrow. He has 15 points to make up. He needed that kiss, but he misses. He failed to score in that last couple innings. And Pedro punished him with a run of 7. And now he's back at the table almost right away to try to finish this off and get into the final with Hugo Patino. Long, 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 high speed here. Not enough speed. A little too high. And Tay is running out of chances here. Misses the hit again and leaves Pedro another natural. Tay's a little annoyed at himself for missing big open shots. Now is not the time. He knows that. His chances are slipping away. Okay, Pedro. He needs to focus on not going through the hole. He's got to land on this yellow directly. Very sensitive. Let's see if he does it. Beautiful. Wow. What a nice shot. So consistent. Just absolutely consistent. Pedro looking at playing a rail first here. Taking a look if there's any opportunity to do something in the corner. Possibly hitting rail first, the red, and then 2 rails. Beautiful shot. Let's take a look at that one again. Very intricate little ticky there. Pedro's playing for one. He hits this cushion first. Ball, 2 more rails, and the ball. Really intricate shot by Pedro. And now Pedro needs only 1 point to enter into the final with Hugo Patino for the 2024 U.S. National Championship. Match point. Wow, he goes straight to the end rail. Does he have too much English? Just misses the point. Okay, it's Tay's last chance to dance, as my friend Jan would say. Tries to fire in a long shot. Tries to do something. He's lost all of his momentum. But he just mishits it. It's too much pressure with Pedro looming large. And now Pedro with his long to get out and win this game. No. Looks like he's going to draw the shot. He's going to draw the shot, miss all the kisses, and then go all the way around the table. What a stroke. What a stroke. And Pedro defeats Tae-Kyu Lee. Let's take a look at this last shot. He defeats Tae-Kyu Lee 40-25 in 26 innings. Look at this beautiful stroke. He draws it all the way around the table. And as it looks like we will have a final. At 5:30 p.m. we will play the final match for the 2024 U.S. National Championships of 3 cushion between Hugo Patino and Pedro Piedrabuena. Hugo is a 4-time national champion. Pedro is a 12-time national champion. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. This was a very exciting match. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to use this time to thank our sponsors. Predator CRM, makers of the Revo carbon fiber carom shafts, ultra low deflection and standard deflection. Caromsports.com, the exclusive seller of the Predator CRM series. Also the Predator Arena Mark II billiard light, the greatest light in the world. Simonis 300 Billiard Cloth. Aramith Billiard Balls. $1 Million Billiards products by Billiard House, our host, and the USBA. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I invite everyone to join us at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the final match between Pedro Piedrabuena and Hugo Patino. It's sure to be a very high-level game played by 2 champions. We will crown this year's national champion for 3 cushion billiards. See you soon.